You are Locked On Syracuse, your daily podcast on the Syracuse Orange. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
We are going to compare the 2025 expectations for Syracuse football to the 2024 expectations for the Orange. Let's do it. I want to throw it to you right now, okay? What were your expectations for the 2024 team versus what your expectations are for the 2025 team? Your floor ceiling combination. I'd love to hear it in the comments section below from last year to this year. When I compare the two squads, first and foremost, okay, before we even give a floor ceiling combination, I think that last year's team, I don't think it, I know it. Last year's team was built on a lot of experienced returning players and a few key transfer portal additions. By and large, they were a veteran team. They were a team where a lot of players were going to run out of eligibility at the end of the season. Or they were simply too good to the point where we had a feeling that they were going to enter the NFL draft when the season ended. Oronde Gadsden comes to mind. LaQuinn Allen comes to mind at running back, right? Those were players that, yeah, they still had another year of eligibility, but I think we kind of all had a feeling that at least one of them was going to enter the NFL draft. I almost said NBA there because that's coming up soon. One of them was going to enter the NFL draft and the other maybe would. Turns out LaQuinn Allen did, right? That being said, I think the two squads, they share a similar upside. For 2024, I think I had Syracuse's upside at 10-2 in the regular season. The difference, though, is 2024 team, I really didn't feel there was a world where they would miss a bowl. The only way I felt they would miss a bowl game, and I really don't factor this in because you can't really predict it, is if Kyle McCord got hurt. If Kyle McCord got hurt and they were turning to their backup quarterback for basically the entire year, that's how they would miss a bowl game. But I thought worst case scenario for Syracuse football in 2024, due to their experience and their quarterback play with Kyle McCord, worst case scenario, they were going to go 6-6. They also did not have the most difficult schedule in the world. And that's another reason why I was like, you know what? This team's going to make a bowl no matter what. It may be disappointing if they go 6-6, but they will at least make a bowl. Their upside's 10-2. So overall, I projected Syracuse football in 2024 to go 8-4 because what I like to do is, and I highly suggest this to you when you're making a win prediction, is try to think of the ceiling and the floor and then split the difference. You don't have to heed my advice on that, but that's just how I like to do it. So I'm telling you right now, is split the difference. Okay, they could win 10 games. They can also win 6 games. Okay, that's an average of 8. So 8-4. They end up going 9-3, somewhere in that range. But bringing it back to 2025, what did I say their ceiling was? 9 wins in the regular season. What was their floor that I said in the last segment? 4 wins. So you add the two together, you get 13. You divide by 2. That's 6.5 regular season wins for Syracuse football in 2025. Obviously, this kind of goes without saying, but Syracuse cannot win a half game. You can't win a half game. But, hey, I'm at least expecting that Syracuse will make a bowl in 2025. I think best case scenario, they go 9-3 and have a shot at the college football playoff. Worst case, they go 4-8. They miss a bowl altogether. You meet in the middle. They're a solid bowl team. They're either 6-6 or 7-5. That's a little bit higher than what the odds makers are saying. A lot of them are projecting Syracuse to have 5.5 wins in the regular season. I'm saying 6.5 wins for Syracuse football in 2025. Rarely does everything break right in a regular season, but also rarely does everything break wrong in a regular season. So that's why ultimately split the difference. I think Syracuse wins between 6 and 7 games this upcoming season.